It's really difficult to see a team member agreeing with what the boss has to say or what his opinions are. However, when it comes to the electric vehicles, my boss and I have mutually and happily agreed upon the fact that while electric vehicles may hold a very strong future in the Indian automotive scenes, we may not be very ready to accept these vehicles. However, while I am in the recent times, I am trying to be as open to electric vehicles. I'm trying to experience these vehicles. My boss, being a boss, is still reluctant enough. He is a petrol head, loves fast-moving engines. I, on the other hand, I have always appreciated smoky, talky diesel engines, and somewhere I can relate to the electric vehicles more closely because of the overall driving experience they have to offer. Having said this, I am today on a mission to prove to my boss that electric vehicles, they can be a great choice and a great replacement to the conventional ICE vehicles. I'll be driving this vehicle from Gurugram to Ranthambore and share what my experience has been with the MG ZS EV. Well, you are watching Cast 24. I am Nitin Kadyan. How good is the ZS EV or any other electric vehicle as a replacement to the conventional ICE vehicle? Well, we'll be talking about all that in this video. Leading this escapade is the ZS EV, MG's first all-electric car in India and one of the most capable and practical SUVs in its class. Our journey commenced from MG's headquarters in Gurugram. Fully charged and determined to conquer the urban hustle, we dashed through the traffic to reach the newly opened Delhi-Mumbai Expressway. What makes this trip even more special is the fact that we were not alone, but accompanied by 3 more cars. Our partners in crime, all set and geared up for this getaway. Open roads and great car is everything one would aspire for a long drive. The ZS EV is currently positioned as a car that gives a tough challenge to the rivals and boasts a comfortable, feature-rich and well put together cabin with a European character. Ranthambore, a little under 350 kilometers from MG's office, posed no challenge for the ZS EV with its claimed range of over 450 kilometers, ensuring a peace of mind throughout the journey. For anyone thinking of buying electric cars, now I'm happy to report that we are seeing a significant growth in terms of overall charging infrastructure and chargers available across the country. To test how dependable these chargers are, we quickly dashed to our first planned stop on the expressway after about 145 kilometers on the Odo. Despite a small initial hiccup, all 4 cars were put to charge while we had our food, and the experience, it was not very difficult. Following this quick top-up charge, our journey to Ranthambore unfolded uninterrupted, adorned with scenic vistas that captured our attention.
While misconceptions about electric cars still prevail, our concerns and range anxiety were dispelled as the onboard charge and range proved more than sufficient for our destination. Our stay for the day was at Dev Vilas in Ranthambore. A beautiful property, immersive ambience and availability of chargers was all we required before calling it a day and going to the bed. All excited about the jungle safari the next day.
So the day 2 of our journey starts with the jungle safari in Ranthambore. The cars, they were left on the charge in the night. So again, you are staying at a good place, talk to them. Sometimes you also have a charger installed at their facility. So here at Dev Vilas where we were staying, we had 2 chargers which were installed, which were available for us to charge the vehicles.
Ranthambore, place where history intertwines with the wild, is nestled in the heart of Rajasthan. The land bears witness to centuries of tales, from ancient forts to the majestic wildlife that roams its jungles. With its history dating back to the 10th century, Ranthambore saw the rise and fall of empires. But what truly captivates the visitors here is not just the fort or the royal history, but the untamed beauty of its wildlife. The Ranthambore National Park, once a hunting ground for the royalty, is now a sanctuary for the endangered species, and the heart of the Ranthambore beats within its jungles. While we were not fortunate enough to spot a tiger during the safari, we had a glimpse into a world where these magnificent creatures reign supreme. By immersing ourselves in the wilderness, we came to understand the delicate balance of nature and our responsibility to protect it.
So we are back from safari, we had our food and now we are all set to start our journey back towards Delhi. The car, it is at 94%. I think we have sufficient range that we can do this trip on a single charge, but we might top up wherever we'll be taking a stop in between the route. So far, I think considering the improvements that we had in the charging infrastructure, the careful planning of the trip, and of course a great range being offered by the ZSEV, long distance commute in electric vehicles seems possible. The electric vehicles, they also seem to be slightly fun to drive as far as my personal opinion is concerned.
Great roads, an excellent car and a battery full of charge meant we quickly churned miles sans any drama, save for a quick pit stop to recharge the car for 15 minutes before the final sprint to Gurugram.
So we are somewhere between Jaipur and Delhi. Of course, we'll be going to the MG's headquarters very, very shortly. But I thought it would be a good time to actually share my experience when it comes to charging this electric vehicle. Yesterday, when we were coming, or I would say we were going towards Ranthambore, a couple of chargers, we did find them not working en route. But again, we had a lot of numbers of chargers almost everywhere. So it wasn't really, really difficult to charge the car. So in terms of our getaway from Gurugram to Ranthambore and back, it was great, and I think it was because of the presence of the MG ZSEV that we really had something new to do, some different strategies, some different planning, something which I think I would have not done if I had in conventional ICE vehicles. Ranthambore as a destination in itself is a great place. We were not so fortunate to see a tiger, of course, during the safari, but I think the peace that comes within Ranthambore, the overall ambience at that place, it has been really great. With that being said, we'll be charging the vehicle shortly. We'll be taking a small break again, and then we'll be starting our journey towards MG's headquarters in Gurugram. So here we are, close to 160 kilometers from the headquarters of MG. We charged the vehicle just right now. A 15-minute or I guess a 20-minute top-up. We are at 68% or 69% as of now. I think with the charge that we have in the car, it will be very easy for us to cover the distance that is there between our charging station and the MG headquarters. Well, with this being said, other cars, they are coming. Our second MG ZSEV is charging on the station. The two other cars, they are also en route to the charging station, and they'll be coming here very, very soon. But again, to save our time, we have juiced up the car, we had our food, and again, we are starting our journey towards Gurugram from here. The next update would be exactly in Gurugram, in front of MG's headquarters. So almost the last leg of this journey, the journey from Delhi, or I would say Gurugram to Ranthambore and back to Gurugram. Talking about the MG ZSEV, again, this has always been one of those vehicles that has always impressed the buyers with the sort of the package it has to offer, be the safety levels, be the performance on offer, or be it the range on a single charge. Over 2 days, we covered over 600 kilometers. We did give some minor top-ups in terms of the charge to the vehicle, and I guess there has been no time where I was doubting my choice about this vehicle. I was doubting the capabilities of the MG ZSEV, be the performance or the comfort levels. I think the ZSEV is definitely a great car you should consider if you are planning to soon buy an electric vehicle. Now, speaking of the specification, the ZSEV, it comes with a 50.3 kilowatt battery pack, which should able to deliver a range of close to maybe 300 or 350 kilometers on a single charge with full load, AC on, and speeds of close to 80, 90 or sometimes even 100. So in terms of the range, I guess this vehicle, it is sorted. What the MG ZSEV also outshines in is the overall ride comfort. The suspension setup, it handles all the bad roads really well, especially under full load. So in all, I think if I have to sum things up, the MG ZSEV, it's definitely a great car. Again, you do have some shortcomings. It may not be as value for money when compared to the Nexon. I think I am satisfied with this electric vehicle. So before I conclude the video, let's talk about this vehicle. The AMG ZSEV again has always been seen as one of the most value for money and premium electric vehicles at this price point, and I think with the updates and with the latest price cut, this makes even more sense when compared to many of its direct rivals. So again, in terms of the features, overall in-cabin experience, the quality levels, the AMG ZSEV does give a tough run for the money to its rivals or the direct rivals and maybe some of the more affordable rivals like the Nexon or the XUV 400 EV. And the second conclusion that we may draw from this video, the electric vehicles, the electric infrastructure that we have, it has come a long way. And I guess in terms of the overall driving experience or planning a trip, maybe a highway trip or something like that is a lot more better than what we saw maybe a couple of years ago. The charging infrastructure, it is improving. The road network, it is improving. The products, they are improving. And if you're somebody who's trying to switch from a conventional IC vehicle to an electric vehicle, I think it's a good thumbs up from my end, given the fact that you will be requiring to pick up the right product and plan your trips accordingly based on the capabilities and the range of your electric vehicle. With this being said, it's bye for now. You're watching Cars 24. Stay tuned to the channel for more such interesting auto content.